Listen, man, let me go look for this phone, man. Y'all ready? We like the vibe. I mean, y'all good for a minute. Let me go try and find this phone so y'all could call in and say something. It's around here somewhere, but I'm so excited when a good brother come home. Like, you know what I mean? Give your mind all over the place. I mean, I wouldn't expect the regular folks to understand, but I know the real folks, my subscribers, understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It feel good, man. I was walking into prison. Listen, man. Let me take you on a ride. Let me take you on a ride. I ain't thinking about that phone yet. I want y'all to call in, but I want to talk to y'all. I was walking on the compound with this man, and we both had life in prison with no chance of getting out of prison, and we both trying to hold it strong, keep our chests up high, and our pride headed in place. And that's how me and this man walked around this compound trying to find our way, in this strange land to survive. And at the same time, to figure a way out of it. That was me and Tut, right? And I'm gonna tell you this one, right? I'm gonna give y'all one. I'm gonna give y'all one before I go look for the phone. I'm gonna make sure I keep y'all entertained because I see the numbers going up. Yo, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. You don't do these like what they call these lives, man. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Let's keep this thing moving and hit that notification bell on this. Let's get this going. I'm gonna tell you one, right? Because I feel like riding. I feel like riding. This how I do. See, this what you could do when you're 100. You know what I mean? You can just do what the hell you want to do, and then you got the rat bastards and flip-flop men and public trolls. They sit back and they look for little things to criticize about the way a player play when they play in their own game, and their game is watching the player play. You know what I mean? So you want to be a spectator, but at the same time, you want to be a don. Just be the don of the spectators and leave the kings alone. All right, now me and Tut, right? My son was turning 18 years old. His mother was always bringing him up with his two little sisters, and he's getting to turn 18. He wanted to come up and he wanted to talk to me one on one as a man because I've never seen him one on one since he was 7 years old, 8 years old when I got locked up. But the last time I had a chance to talk to him one on one, and we was free at the time. And now I'm in prison, and now he's 19. He's like 17. You know what I mean? So we talking about 8, 9 years later. So now he's coming into his manhood, but every weekend he come with his two sisters and his mother. So he got to split the time with his father, with his two sisters and his mother. This is what prison life is like. So that's why I'm telling you, youngins, don't get involved in it, man. Yo, Tut, this how I'm doing it on this YouTube, son. Yo, Tut, you gonna find out what's up and what's the real, son. You gonna fit in where you need to fit in because you're thinking a hustler like the rest of us. But right, so check it out, Ron. So my son come up there, and he wanted to come by himself without his mother. But he was 17. Of course, his mother wasn't going to let him ride all the way by there because he had to come, from 42nd Street to Washington, D.C. bus station, and then to catch a prison joint connection up to Lee County, Virginia, where me and Tut was at. So I had to get somebody to ride with him. So Tut had his wife ride with my son to bring my son for my son's 18th birthday. We celebrated me, Tut, and his wife in the prison where my son rode up to the prison with Tut. That's how I'm connected with everybody in Tut home. So I don't say no stories that ain't real. I don't play no games. Tut's peoples brought my son up there for his 18th birthday because he didn't want to come with his mama and he didn't want to come with his sisters. He wanted to talk to his daddy one on one. That's how hard it is in this life that we had to live in. That our sons got to ride with our homeboy's wife that he don't even know, but treated him like a prince to bring him from New York to Washington, then from Washington to Virginia. All this to keep the black family alive, man. All this to keep the black family alive. I hope y'all paying attention when I'm saying. This ain't getting too deep for you, man. This ain't no little rinky-dink channel. This is a gangster channel where I'm talking to gangsters. So you know the pain we went through. Tut's woman had to bring my son on the visit for his 18th birthday. All the way from New York City down to Virginia and then stopping off in D.C. to switch buses to the joint connection. Man, that's how we was rocking. But that's how we stuck together as men. And that's why we got each other in each other's heart, because we've been through that part of the struggle together. where these new brothers that I'm meeting out here, these brothers that I might not have seen in 25 years, I met men that grew with me, and I saw them where their mind was, was wide open, so I could see everything. That's what it was like in prison. Y'all don't understand. My joint too real. If I was dead right now, I'd be the biggest thing on YouTube. Everybody will run over you and the algorithm will go crazy. But America wants you to be dead before you get in the algorithm. That's crazy, ain't it? I was out here when Tupac was out here. And when Tupac was out here, everybody hated Tupac. They talk crap about Tupac. He was that thug nigga. He was that thug for life. He was just everything bad under the sun. Even rappers talk bad about him, And then when he get bodied, everybody swear they was his friends. I seen you. I was there. So I know who's who and what's what, but I just sit back, I play my position because it's not about exposing nobody, you know what I mean? You don't expose nobody, for no price. You know what I mean? To expose is to tell. You know what I mean? So I'm not into exposing nobody. But I know everybody's secrets. I know who's who and who faking. 30 years we've been going, and now we coming home, and don't feel uncomfortable. We here, we family. You know what I mean? We older men now. You know what I mean? And we respect you as, the elders that y'all are with the generations that came up under you. Just so you understand. So don't go getting it all twisted. We ain't trying to cause no problems, and you know what I mean? But, welcome home, Big Meech. Welcome home, Akbar Pray. You know what I mean? Welcome home, everybody, man. That's how we do it. All right? This Unique Making Audio. I'm on here, I can't find my phone. You know what I mean? I'm excited. We done had King Tut, Big Meech, Akbar Pray, Prince. Joe, look at the names coming out. Then don't forget, we already had Lou Sims, Farris, Peter Shue, William Underwood, Guy Fisher. Don't y'all see what's happening? And we coming out stronger and better. Yo, this is real life right now. This is history y'all living. Did you hear the names that I just said? We was public enemy number 1 in the United States of America. We survived that. We survived that. YouTube is not ready for us because they not ready for the real. We got King Tut, we got Big Meech, we got Akbar Pray, we got Prince, we got Lou Sims, we got Farris, we got Peter Shue, we got Big C, in California, we got Sea-Dog in California, Cass in California. You understand what I'm saying? Capone in California. Come on, man. William Underwood, Guy Fisher, if you want to go back to the next generation. Kings, man, that they locked away. And they let us out of old men when they know time is limited and say, y'all go for it. Y'all go for it. See what you could make in the last 15, 20 years of your life, because we done took the last 30. And this is what it is. Just so you understand, I know the fight that I'm in. I know all the battles that I'm in, been in, gonna be in, because just like Tut, I calculate as many moves as I can as my opponent, so I know when it's coming, man. Don't y'all understand that, this is real. Let me give y'all the outro real quick and run see if I find the phone one more time, man. I really want to answer some of these calls because I'm ready to get up on here. Let's get this thing popping. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling.
All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. I can't find this phone for the life of me, man. Word. It ain't meant for me to answer these calls tonight. You know? But anyway, I just wanted to give y'all some jewels so y'all understand, man. Let me check 2 of these comments before I tap up at the yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely free Jeff Fort. I was locked up with Band 2, in Lewisburg, 1992. BMF, the saga continues all day. You already know. All right. So that's where we at, man. Everybody there. But like I said, that's how Tuck brought my son up there for his 18th birthday. And we spent that joint together and was just chilling, man. It was like a beautiful feeling. I can't even front. I had so much fun. Me and my son just talking one-on-one. I'm pointing out different females in the visit saying, oh, that's the type you like. And he like, nah, I like him like such and such. That another female come in, different complexion. Oh, that's what you like? We just having, man talk. You know what I mean? Just learning each other, man. But we did that in a prison, on a prison visiting floor. That was, how hard this life was. And that's what I'm trying to prevent y'all from going down that path to be in that hard life like that. Because that joint ain't proper. That joint don't even make no sense. But it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm sitting here trying to think where I put this phone at. I never lose the phone. I don't understand it. I went upstairs twice. Boop, 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 bop, 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 boop. Oh, it's not there. Dang. I don't know where this phone is at. Thinking maybe I dropped it somewhere. Yeah, but I don't know where that joint at. But anyway, so me and Tuck was in the joint, man, and my man Sean from Brooklyn, Robert Rush, I think his name was, good brother. That was my heart right there, man. Cruddy, grimy Brooklyn dude, man, but I love him to death, man. We was like inseparable. You know what I mean? We was like oil and water. I love him to death, man. Robert Rush. If Robert Rush, he home by now. He caught his case in D.C. Everybody know Robert Rush shot from out of Brooklyn. Tell Shot to holler at me, man. That's a good brother right there, man. And a hustler. He about that bag. You know what I mean? He's a true definition of hustling off the land when you in the prison. When you in the prison with this dude, he sit there, he gamble, he know how to play poker, he know how to play tongue, he know how to play coon can, he play, you know what I mean? what is it, skin. You know, this nigga skinning and everything, man. He cheating and skinning. He cheating at every game that I just labeled, man. But he eating, man. You know what I mean? He stand behind his cheating. If you're weak, he's tell you a sob story, give you a way out. You take it. You know what I mean? You prevent the problem with him because he's definitely down for the drama. You know what I mean? But that's Shaw, you know. But man, Robert Rushed, you know. But I can tell you about some good men that I ran across, man, during the time that I was there. Cause like Booby Black, you know what I mean? Like Booby from the Booby Boys, right? Booby Black. You know, I was in Coleman with Booby and Plex. All of them was there then. Bo, you know what I mean? Y'all know Bo, Bo from Miami, you know, Plex. What's the other one? Oh man, my man, too, real smooth. The Spanish one. Yeah, I got E40, and then it's another one, real fly, man. I don't know, I can't remember his name, but that right there, that was the flyest to me out of all of them. You know what I mean? It was him and Booby Black. You know, all of us on the joint. Plex a hustler, straight hustler. If y'all know Plex, that let y'all know that you got hustle from everywhere. This dude from Miami, man. And he down there, he putting out more books than Terry Woods. You know what I mean? But he just don't have the distribution. But he's doing it from in the prison. He's writing, he's editing. He's doing all this on a typewriter, old school with whiteout and everything, man. And send it out to the street. Got females and, you know, family members and friends that trust in his mind. And he done put together a whole publishing company, man. I think it's called Badlands. Go look them up, man. They out of Miami, Badlands. That's Plex. Plex from the Booby Boys. That's one of the original Booby Boys. Y'all don't know who that is yet because he's still doing his life, but I'm just letting you know he got a product out there. He got a bunch of books, man. He helped Bo write his book, you know Bo, you know. But he helped all of them. They all wrote a book. The whole Booby Boys wrote an individual book. And Plex is the one that put it together. And what's my man, the smooth one, man, light skin with the curly hair. Oh man, I can't catch his name, but it gets under my skin that I can't catch his name because he a good dude, man, and I'm supposed to know who that is. But we all in Florida, and I remember when they got into it with the DC car. You know what I mean? Y'all want to hear about when they got into the DC car? I told about this in the prison stories. So you go to the playlist and go check out some of the prison stories. But I give you a little short version how they got into it with the prison car. You know what I mean? We over there in Coleman and they under the pavilion doing our thing. Dude got in it, some thinking with the money, and they go, talk about it. And when they talk about it, they couldn't come to an understanding. So, DC dude looked up at the sky and said, "Today's a good day to die." You know what I mean? And told the troops, "Let's roll." And they rolled up against, the Florida dudes, and they was in the yard rumbling. This how we was living and surviving in this joint, man. And we trying to prevent y'all from having to go down that road and even having to deal with that. So don't say that we didn't tell you. Don't say we ain't warned you. So you can't use that excuse no more. You know what I mean? Sean Prince, what up? Okay, Nicole Eli, Weho Melino, Millennium, all right, 911, all right, my 419, Wally, you know what I mean? All right. Virginia Cash, all right, Corey Robinson, all right, I see you, all right. So we in the house, man. Just so everybody know, I just wanted to welcome home King Tut. That's all this is. Don't worry about the little technicalities in the beginning and all that. Just worry about me trying to find his phone so we can turn this thing up. But man, I don't even know where to look. Man, as soon as I turn this joint off, it'll pop up. You know how that is when you're looking for something, you don't know where it's at. But when you least expect it, that's when it just pop up out of nowhere. Ah. So, it is what it is, man. I don't know where this joint at, but, like I said, I met good men everywhere, man. And I met good Spanish dudes, Little Ralphie, Little Ralphie from Blue Thunder, another good dude. He should be coming home soon if he's not already home, because he was a fighter. I got Little Ralphie being home, but he just came home on the low mode. You know what I mean? So nobody know what's going on. But Little Ralphie, Blue Thunder, that was a little one. Then you had uh, little Hector, you know what I mean, from LES. You know, these are Spanish dudes, LES. You know, you had good dudes, you know, from every nationality. You know what I mean? And that's what was so big about being in the feds is that you see a little bit of everybody, and no matter what, it's like no matter what, as long as you give respect, you're gonna get respect. And that's where that's at. You know, as long as you give respect, you're gonna get respect. You know, if y'all got any questions, where's this phone at, man? Hold up, man. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the...
I got it. I dropped that joint outside, man. I ain't crazy. I dropped that joint outside. I ran up and down. You know how it is when you get old, man. I ran downstairs to go get it. I got my man on. Somebody just called. Yo, what up, son? Go ahead. Talk. I got the phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, no, I was trying to help you find, I'm calling from Toronto, but I was just trying to help you find your phone, because I figured if I called, it might go off.
And that's exactly what happened. My trigger. Hey, yo, I heard that joint when I went towards the back door. And I said, oh, man. Yeah, good looking, son. You see how God works with us? Yeah, all right, good looking. Thank you, family. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, y'all. So if anybody want to call in, and the battery low on this joint, so I got to charge this up. You know, I don't even hold up. You know? Yeah, so if you want to call in. But I'm just telling a couple of little war stories. You know what I mean? Let you know how it is in the joint so you understand that it ain't nothing nice. Like when I was out in Lum Park, you know? Let's ride. Let's talk about Lum Park. Let's talk about California. Hey, y'all. In order to get to California in prison, when they're transferring you from the East Coast, which normally leaves from like Pennsylvania or upstate New York, right? They fly you to Oklahoma and you stay there for a few days. You know? Yo. Huh? Yeah, the show's on live, yeah.
Okay, if you can't hear you.
Yeah, how you can't hear me? Hold on. Yeah, nah, they can hear me. Y'all can hear me, right? Put a thumbs up if you could hear me. That was an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can hear me, right? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, man. Let's get this thing going. Thank you, babe.
Okay, take care.
All right. Hey, y'all hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if y'all can't hear me. You know? 1, 2. You can hear me? Let's get this thing moving. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, I just be riding. Somebody give me say, okay, yeah, I can hear you. I knew that. All right, that's what I'm saying. Yo, but this joint here out in Park, in order to get there from the East Coast, they stop you off in the Midwest over there in Oklahoma, the holdover center. Now on the East Coast, all you see is people in the prison. But when you go to that Oklahoma, all you see is Spanish people in the prison. With this being white, but so you understand, that's it. Meaning we had like maybe 2, 3 tables of black people in the dorm I was in, and there was like 15 tables of Spanish dudes and like 1 table of white dudes. In the unit that I'm in, when I've never seen, blacks as being less, than the population. Hold on. Yo, what up?
What else, unique?
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, brother? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother.
Saquon, go ahead. Okay.
I just wanted to holler, man. I just wanted to let you know I'm a big fan, and I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate the message that you're trying to push to the youth and everything, brother. I don't want to hold your show up, though. So salams, brother.
All right, Shaquan Aki. All right.
All right.
What? But like I said, right, when I was out in Park, right, you could call in the number on the joint. I'm just chilling right now. We just hanging out. When I was out in Park, and I'm trying to make up for the beginning by making this a little long, I would have been out of here. But when I was out in Park, on the way there, we was the minority, the blacks. Then when I got to Park and I saw all these different Spanish gangs, and they all had different looks and ways of wearing their tattoos and their shirts and their khakis and their sweats, and everybody was just different, but we was all under that one melting pot of violence, and everybody was trying to escape that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where the white lightning came in. That's where the weed came in. Yeah. What's up? Huh? Wow. Yo, something, I do a live right now, right? Yeah, man, I do a live right now. So you have to call back if you want to chat personal, all right? Yeah, you know that, but when I say that, you have to wait because, man, I do a live right now. This is a call in for a live. All right? All right, family. Yes, sir. That's all it is. But I'm out there and I'm seeing so many different, Latin gangs. You know what I mean? Spanish gangs. I'm like, whoa. You know what that's going to look like to Diddy when he hit that compound and he starts seeing these Native Americans with real mohawks, my dude, not the one you got to go do the marathon, but dudes that live and die and stand behind that. You be around a little bit of everybody. All the government's most hated is in these penitentiaries. Like I said, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100. Now, the phone is on if y'all want to hoot and holler. Let me check 2 of these joints. Glad y'all can hear me. I just want to take y'all back. But like I said, welcome home, Tut, man. Round of applause to Tut. You know what I mean? Tut came home, made it out the belly of the beast. He definitely get a round of applause and 3 gunshots. All right. Now, right? So then I heard something about, and y'all put in the comments and y'all fill me in. I heard something about Little Meech was mad that, I mean, not Little Meech, what is it? Little Preem was mad that Meech came home and got a big hoopla. I know Little Preem, good young man, and he got that fighting spirit in him, you know? And that's where he's at. Like they told me when I wanted to go up against, Seaside for Power, you know what I mean? When I wanted to go up against him, my old heads always said, if a youngin has the fight in him, never take the fight out of him. If anything, try and redirect the direction of that fight to something positive, something that could elevate you. But it don't matter what type of big hoopla anyone gets when they come home. I ain't get no big hoopla. I came home and created my own right here on YouTube, and I'm comfortable with that. You know what I mean? No real man say I want a big hoopla. Any real man would love to have a big hoopla. But if he don't get a big hoopla, so what? He knows who he is, and he know what he did and what he stood on, and that's what he's dealing with. Just so you understand, you know? Yeah, what up?
Hey, Unique, what's up, man? It's Gerald calling from Baltimore.
What up, Jeff?
Just want to give you big, excuse me, bro, big respect for what we putting on for the youth, Jack. Real, man.
All right.
I ain't too computer savvy. I be wanting to send money to your cash. I don't know how to do that shit, man. I'm on. I don't know how to do it, bro. But just keep doing what you're doing. I support you. You know what I mean? You're doing a great job, man. Keep shining, Jack.
All right, I appreciate you, big bro. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
My man.
All right. Like I said, King Tut is home, man. My phone is open. King Tut is home. Hit me up. You're trying to holler. Let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? So we try and do what we got to do. We got the hotline open, like he said, the Unique Mecca Audio hotline. You know what I mean? It's open. All right, T. Chandler, let them know what time it is. This is how we get down, man. So either you're with it, you're not with it, but don't say that I didn't give you a chance to holler at me personally. I put my number on the screen for you to be able to reach out to me. So if you got an issue with me, there's no reason for us to do this social media bull crap when you can pick the phone up and call me. I'm talking about just anybody in general. That's why my number is there. You don't have to go looking through my bio to get my number. My number is right on the screen. If anybody got an issue, if anybody like what's going on, and that's what it's for. It's not to cause a problem. It's just so that we could work out all situations and elevate to the top as a people. And that's all I stand for, us coming together as one. It don't matter if I'm from New York and he's from Timbuktu. Either way, we got the same goal, which is to survive in America. Am I saying it clear enough where everybody understand what I'm saying, or you're not understanding the words that are coming out my mouth? You know, I might do this on StreamYard next time, pull some people in. But I just felt like just dropping this right here just so y'all to really see what's going on. But, I've been around a lot of people, been in a lot of bad situations, and those are from my choices. And that's why I'm trying to prevent you from making the same bad choices that I made. I can't say it no clearer than that. You know what I mean? Al Spencer said Unique is a third party corporation by me, legit. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I know what the third party corporation is because I made it do. Let me take a ride. Hold up. Let me take a ride. Hold up. Yo, what up? Yo.
What up, my kid?
What up, son?
Trying to tap in with you, man.
All right, well, you win. You know I'm doing it live right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's why I called in, man.
All right, let's hear your opinion. Where you at?
You know who this is? This Royal, man.
Royal Blue?
Royal Blue, my G.
Oh, man, what's up, family? How you doing?
Good, man. Good, yo. Just come tap in, man. Show some support, you.
Yeah, yo.
People, man.
Yo, this a real dude. Hold up, Royal. Hold up, Royal. Yo, this a real dude right here on the phone. And he's so real. He was patient with me because he was asking me to help him. The cooking channel, right, family?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, tell them the name of your cooking channel. I just been a little busy, that's all. You know, I never forget about a gangster like you. Tell them where your cooking channel at.
It's on YouTube. It's called Royalty Food.
Well, talk to him. Let him know. This is your pitch. I'm giving you the floor.
Oh, okay. It's called Royalty Food, man. I try to entertain the people with some commentary from, the celebrities, hip hop, anything to put a smile on your face and bring good food to the people, man. It's something that I love and I got a passion for. You know what I mean? Our history together, real quick. I did 17 years in the Fed. I know Unique from the Fed. Good brother. That brother held me down, gave me a lot of wisdom while I was in there with him. And I came out, and I've been on the straight and narrow ever since, man. Linked up with Unique.
You see what I'm saying? That's how far and real this thing go back, man. You know? That's how far and real this go back. This Royal Blue, man. He been asking me to help him with the channel. I saw your text about a week and a half ago. But I got so much came in, it got knocked out. And then I went on, and you know how... Yeah.
Yo, you was busy in the Fed.
So you already know.
Busy out here, my guy.
All right.
I know you busy,
Hey,
man.
and that's why I told you to go ahead and give yourself the plug, because that's what this is all about. We're using my platform to help my brothers get up.
Me and you can chat about that behind the scenes. I'm just trying to introduce myself to the chat and give you some praises, yo. I appreciate what you do, my dude, man.
Yeah,
but
but
it's brothers that been through the same thing you've been through that appreciate what you do, man. And I was with Tut too. So when I seen the picture on your thumbnail, I said, let me call in, holler at my nigga, man.
word. That's what's up, man. Word. We done been through so much, my nigga. That they don't even understand it when I try and get up here and tell them some of these stories to hopefully deter them from getting into it. You understand what I'm saying?
I watch you go to that law library and fight for your freedom, my G. While we was on the yard getting crazy, your ass is trying to get out of prison, my dude. I know you got good sense, and your people do too, man. Look how you blowing up on these social medias, man. I mean, if you didn't have that personality where people like you, they won't fuck with you, my guy.
Yeah, real shit. And the crazy thing is, he way younger than me, but I got along with all my youngins because I respected my youngins. Right or wrong, Blue?
No question, man. Man, come on, you, man. I'm one of the rare gangbangers from New York, my dude.
But tell them who you are, son. Tell them who you are, son.
I'm Royal Blue. 6'9" ECC. If you been there, then you know I'm fair, yo. That's all. You know what I mean? And I'm New York, Brooklyn, Flatbush to the day I die. But I'm affiliated with them Blue Rags.
All right. Now give a shout out to Tut and give us a Tut story, something that you just seen, even how he ate, any little thing. They just want to hear something about how Tut was surviving on the inside. So tell them how you met Tut, how you ran across him. Tell them something about Tut real quick.
All right. When I touched down in Lee County with the New York car, you know what I mean? The New York homies was trying to make me decide what car I'm gonna be in. And I tell them I'm going to be in my own car. You know what I mean? I represent what I represent, but I'm from New York, and I'm going to hold my gangbangers down, too. And Tuck was like, yo, I respect that shit to the fullest, yo, for not letting nobody force you in a decision that you don't want to make, yo. And we got cool.
You know? Well, he home now. You know he home now.
Yeah, man, you more tapped into me, my nigga. That's how I seen the thumbnail. That's why I called in, man.
All right. Well, give him a welcome home then, son. You know he'll love to hear that. Give him a welcome home.
That's the big. I hate to use the word big homie, but that's the big homie. Just like
all right.
I got respect for y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is way older, not way older than me, but y'all older than me, and y'all niggas didn't steer me in the wrong way.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure, man. Tell them where your cooking sound at again, man. My man trying to start a YouTube. Go support the brother. Go subscribe and check him out. You might learn how to make a meal for your girl, or one of you non-cooking females might learn how to keep a dude. All right?
It's capital ROYUT food with the money sign at the end of food, man. I mean, any subscribers is welcome. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for the love of food. I'm also a chef. You know what I mean? I have a lot of culinary skills under my belt, and I'm just sharing it with YouTube, and hopefully it goes somewhere, man. Keeping the straight and narrow, and definitely not trying to go back to the feds, man. That's more important. Staying out of there, man.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you always was a smooth dude, man. You know? You always a smooth dude.
I bet you don't forget your number.
You know what?
I remember my number like the back of my head, yo. 027544049.
Ah, man, 2867454. You already know what time it is. Come on, nigga. Stop it, man. That's like your social security number after 26 years using it.
That shit is burnt in your brain right now, you.
Man, I wish it wasn't. You know? But it is what it is.
But, yo, you kept a nigga humble in there, man, with that good ooh-wee, nigga.
All right. You already know.
I ain't gonna say too much, man.
You know?
I love you, big bro.
All
I
right.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you doing, my nigga. And love is love, yo. I'll definitely be in touch, man. I'll talk to you behind the scenes about the channel stuff, man.
All right, got you, son. Just been a little busy. You already know it's here. All right?
Unique, man. You was busy in there. I know you hella busy out here, my guy.
Yeah.
I know you are, man.
Yeah. All right. I'll hit you later, son. Love is love. Yeah. But see, that's how we ride out, so y'all understand, man. You know, when you've been in there, you got certain relationships with certain people, and it is what it is, man. Make a call back. The Philly girl was calling. Let's see what's going on, all right? Now, but, I'm just telling y'all a couple of little prison stories and let y'all ride out for a minute.
Hey, you found your phone, huh?
Yeah. No, I was on the phone with somebody. You know this is live, right?
Oh, yeah. We on live now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, turn your TV down, though.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got you. Hey, Unique.
Yeah.
I noticed in the comments somebody mentioned something about Mumia Abu Jamal.
Yeah.
Can you do a story on him if you know anything about him, or did you ever come across him? I know he was in the state, so that might be, you may have never come across him, but I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yeah. I got you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, do a story on that, because they came to me. I was approached about it before, because the young lady that was on trial that they looking for,
Yeah.
who was a witness, her name was to be Cynthia White, the same as mine, and she was a 13-year-old prostitute at the time of the incident. Right, so they came to me maybe in I'm gonna say maybe about 2000, because I fit that category. My name, the place I lived, the time that this person, that the young lady was a prostitute, she happened to be a young runaway. So that just brought that up to me. That one of your commenters, one of your members had brought that up and want you to do a topic on that. So I think that'll be a good topic if you could get that in.
Got it.
Also, I'm glad the brothers are home. I don't know any of those brothers, but I'm glad they are home. I'm trying to get my brother home. My brother's doing life in the state.
Oh, yeah, tell him his name.
His name Michael White. His name is Michael White. He doing life in the state. He's been down about 37 years now.
Oh, man.
So but we're trying to get back in court. So he almost there. We're trying to get him back in court. So it's a long process. But I just looked up the sister that you mentioned yesterday that worked on your case.
Oh, Brittany Barnett. Yeah, she the greatest. She get all of us good men out.
But does she handle state or she only handles fed?
Oh, she only handle Fed, but she probably knows
That's what I
somebody in the
thought.
state that can help you.
Okay. So it's good to chat with her because I looked her up and I got her information, but I figured she too far. She might not be able to really, put in time with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right, let me get back to this show. You good? Because
All
you
right, go
got me
ahead.
ready to
I'm
fall
good.
out.
Go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead.
All
Bye. Go
right,
ahead.
all right, all right.
All right.
All right, y'all call in and y'all trying to holler, man. Let's get this thing straight, all right? So we got this thing up, and we doing what we got to do. So now, like I said, I done been around a little bit of everybody, man. I mean, it's like crazy because you know what it was like, right? That's right. You know what it was like when I was around Mario Villabona? Y'all don't even know who that is. Mario Villabona is the one that allegedly supplied Harry O and Bo Bennett out there in California. You know what I mean? Official dude. I'm still in contact with Mario Villabona. You ain't gonna get more realer than that. That's all I'm gonna say about that, right? Because everything ain't for everything, but just to let you know that this is official. You know what I mean? And then let's talk about Big Ted from California. We got Big Ted. You know what I mean? Theodore Edmonds, official king. You know what I mean? Let's spin this joint. Let's get this thing right. You know what I mean? This New York giving California their props. Theodore Edmonds, one of the best that ever done it. He tried to help me from within the prison when we was on the back dock at Lombard, California. Because when we in that belly of that beast together, it don't matter where you from. We all together. And that's all I'm going to say about Big Ted, Then they talk about Big Cass. You know what I mean? Big Cass rolling 60s. You know what I mean? You ain't going to get more official than that. I ain't going to front. No disrespect to none of the gang members that I met from out west or east coast or whatever, but Cass was the flyest gangbanger I met. Him and his brother C-Dog. I got to give C-Dog and Cass they props together in one because the two of them together, man, you ain't going to get no better than Cass and C-Dog. You know what I mean? I was on the compound with both of them in two different joints, man. I was in Lee County with C-Dog, and I was in Lum Park with Big Cass. Cass is the best that ever done it. I love you. Let's give him a round of applause, man. Woo! Yo, Cass was, I'm talking about in the prison. He's still alive. In the prison was the truth. Just the way he moved, the way he carried it, right? I'm going to give you one. I'm gonna have to blow you up right now, Cass. I'm gonna have to let him know how official you are. Cass, he the big shot caller. So dude came there, wasn't right. So the little soldiers, they went down. They were supposed to take care of somebody to get on the compound. Wasn't right. They came back. They told Cass something, whatever they told Cass. Cass didn't like it. Cass went storming down there, chest out, this goddamn fall in front of him, right? Cass walked in that gym, walked right up the dude and knocked him out. And went to whooping him right there and set it off. Had a big ass brawl in the gym, and I had my entertainment for the night out west as a New Yorker, knowing that was, the Rolling 60s car. Round of applause, Rolling 60s. Round of applause, Rolling 60s. Young, I'm telling y'all now, if y'all don't, right, I'm telling y'all now, if y'all don't want to have to live like that, y'all need to stop doing what you're doing now. Because you got dudes like Cass in the joint. You got dudes like C-Dog in the joint. You got dudes like S. Capone in the joint. You got dudes like Capone in the joint. You got dudes like a dude that I met that I couldn't believe. This dude was so big and brolic and jet black like tar. And his name was Tiny Killer. This dude was about 6'8", and his name was Tiny Killer. Now he's really about 6'4". But he was his name was Tiny Killer. I looked and I said, what is going on over here? Tiny Killer. There was nothing tiny about this dude. But, you know, Kilo, come here, man. It is what it is. You know, I've been on here long enough, man. Y'all ain't calling in. I'm about to tap out. Y'all ain't gonna get all these stories for nothing tonight. I just want to tap in and say, welcome home. Welcome home. You know what I mean? Welcome home again. You know what I mean? Welcome home again so y'all understand what this is when you get good comrades that come home. Welcome home, King Tut. Welcome home, Big Meech. Welcome home, Akbar Pray. And welcome home, Prince. I'm going to try to bring all of them up here so we can just have a live where y'all can just say what's up to them and welcome all of them yourselves. How would y'all like that? Y'all put that in the comments. Let me know if y'all like that. You know what I mean? We try to orchestrate that. Get all the brothers up there. I already did one with me, Lou Sims, Kevin Childs, all of us from the crack era. Now, here go another part of it. Let's do this. Y'all want to do this? We've been on here long enough. Cop the book of Raw in Harlem. You know what I mean? If you don't know what it would look like, it's been on the screen all night. Cop the book of Raw in Harlem at rawinharlem.com, the website, at rawinharlem.com, the website. Now, as we moving, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's keep this thing moving. Now we're officially on the outro.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the